Good morning. How y'all doing? Welcome to CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's been a minute. How you all doing? It is not at all easy. We are in really difficult times. I want to first of all express and extend my condolences to Comrade Sowore, great friend, and his his kudos to him for his. I have to commend him, despite going through such traumatic thing, difficult situation. He's standing strong, and he said he's doing this. This is what his brother would want him to do. So I commend him greatly for the interview yesterday. He really is committed to seeing improvement for all citizens, most like who in the South in particular. The North to a certain extent, yes. That's my own interpretation. Please don't. That's my own interpretation of things. As you see, you will hear the reaction to Sowore's brother being killed, and of course, I am going to talk about Lady K, who the federal government have refused to release, and a few other things. So let me just go into that. Those of you who are watching us on YouTube, good morning to you all. Good morning, good morning. Bukola Williams, good morning to you, my sister. Good morning. I appreciate you. Please do share. So I'm just gonna let me just. I always share first on YouTube. I always do that first, and I appreciate you for joining me and others. Please help spread the word. Give us the thumbs up, and let people know that we have. The platform is up and running. We're ready to go on CitizenAY YouTube. It's very important that we have that option. Oh gosh, somebody's calling me, but I'm gonna have to take that. I'll just tell them. Hello, bro. I'm on a live broadcast right now. I don't know if that makes any. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Baba.
Yes. I'm on a live broadcast as I speak to you right now.
The live broadcast.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So,
Okay.
can you text me? Can you text me?
Yeah, I have. I've texted you
Hey, hold on.
already.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. I'm on live broadcast, but I'm going to mute it. 1 second, please. I just want to take this call. Ladies and gentlemen, I do beg your pardon. Now, okay. So I had to take that call. Good morning to you, Terry Omo Alade. I appreciate you. Good morning. Good morning. Let's go and let's just say good morning to you all. So good morning. Good morning. As you know, this platform we do speak Yoruba and English, a mixture of that. As again, what we do on OduduwaTVRadio is always we try and endeavor we speak in as much Yoruba as possible because that's a platform for, for what we're trying to achieve to try and make us all, make Yorubas be proud. I'm going to be talking about a few more things. So now, Before we go ahead, I'm just going to ask, I'm trying to share this and make sure we get this platform, it reaches as many people as possible. So what I'd like you all to do is, if you can, share it as you're watching. I'm going to share it on a few places myself, and the YouTube platform in particular. We might be here for about an hour or so, possibly, but it depends. It depends on a few things, and hopefully, people will, just, come in and, and let's say a few things, and discuss a few things. So that's what I'm really trying to do. So in the meantime, okay, so that's done. Now I'm just gonna do one more thing. So copy. I just want to make sure that we're giving ourselves that option. It's always important to have that option so that you can actually be able to do a few things. So do bear with me as I'm sharing it. Please continue to share. We will talk about this. Those two are very important. And of course, we want to also go and talk about the 13,000 years of history, definite history. That's just that alone is enough for us to go for Yoruba Nation. We'll talk about that as well and get a bit more information around that. So, just all right, okay. Now I'm with you. Just bear with me. I'm trying to build this so that we get as much people as possible coming in and joining us from all the other platforms that we have, so that they know that we're live right now, and they can, of course, subscribe as they come in, on CitizenAY. So where are we? That's it. Okay. So we're just gonna do this now. So here we go. So let's just make sure we get this right. Well, give me a minute, please. We will begin soon. Sometimes I believe it's better you do this right. So here we go. So let's do that now. So just give me a minute. We'll be there in a minute. We will talk some more. Someone should just give you all that information, and it's always good to be able to have and share this kind of information. So now, with that said, now we can now come back, and I want to thank you all for being, patient and listening. Kehinde Osheni Semilan, good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. What I tend to do is I endeavor to answer and message and answer everybody that's on the broadcast as we come in the morning. When we come live, and it is very, 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 important that we acknowledge your presence, and we are truly grateful and appreciative of that. Now, please continue to subscribe and share the broadcast. We are live on CitizenAY on YouTube. We are shortly going to be connecting with the other platform, YouTube, Facebook, but we always start on YouTube. And that gives us time to be able to build the platform over time, and it will be a platform that will be, will be there as an option in case Facebook decides to start playing their games. So we've made it a point to make sure we give ourselves that option. We're not going to wait for somebody to tell us how and what we do. It's very, very important. And obviously, we're going to try and we'll be promoting at some point the Yoru app and things, so that we have a platform all for Yorubas, and also ultimately Southerners. We need to have our own platform that nobody else can control, that we can disseminate the information. And we always speak truth to power. You know, this is CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We endeavor to ensure that anything we will say on this platform is about the truth. We do not believe in abusing people. We just speak facts and come up with evidence to back up what we're saying, and we will continue to do so. Okay, so now let's go live on YouTube, and we welcome those who are on YouTube who will join us as we speak. It might go for about an hour or so, an hour and a bit, something like that. because I still need to go for my swimming and things. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Those of you who are on Facebook just joining us, good morning to you all. Welcome on board. You're watching CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This morning we have one or two things I will be talking about. You can see already the picture that I have in there. It's got those are the two key areas that we want to talk about this morning, and we will go into detail about that. And we welcome your contributions and discussions. Please, at this point, I would like to say to you all, we do have, if you want to support the platform, CitizenAY platform, in what we're doing, we do have the following means in which you can do so. You have the Cash app, we have the PayPal, we have the UK bank account, and whichever of those ones you can feel to help support the platform, keep us up and running and keep it going. We very much appreciate your support. It is pinned at the top of the broadcast on Facebook, and it is in the on YouTube as well. So please, we really do appreciate your support. Please continue. Those of you who are joining us via Facebook, we would urge you to please subscribe right now as you're watching. Subscribe to CitizenAY on YouTube. That is the best way you can help us by just simply clicking the subscribe button. You give us the option that we can, we have an alternative platform. Now I know there's a few things that are going on here and there, but first of all, it is not a happy morning, and I will just go into it. It's very difficult we're trying to lift our spirit, and we have to continue. We have to push on. We all have to push on. It's very, very difficult. Now, the stories that I want to, the killing of Olajide Sowore is horrifying. It is horrifying. Now, let's watch this broadcast and see. Let's just hear what they have to say here.
I received a call from the Dean of Student Affairs, Benedon University, confirming to me that my brother was shot early this morning around 6:30 by the Fulani herdsmen, while he was trying to travel from Okada to Benin.
So did you hear that? He was shot by Fulani herdsmen. So there is no doubt. There is no doubt whatsoever what happened. These are Fulani herdsmen. Of course, the story that they always give us is they will say, oh, it is unknown gunmen. Unknown gunmen is code word for unknown gunmen, unknown bandits. It is code word for Fulani terrorists. It is Fulani terrorists. It is Fulani terrorists. Boko Haram are equally the same. They are all Fulanis who are out to get our land. And let's not forget, the Fulanis come from Futajalon. You saw what happened, I believe it's in Senegal. I will be talking about that briefly, whereby they ousted the Fulani, something Alpha Conde has been ousted by the people there. The Fulanis, and I believe in Sierra Leone, they pushed them out as well. We have to do the same thing. Those of us in the South, it is time that we stand our ground. And we have particular, I'm speaking to the Yorubas as well here. 13,000 years that land has been ours. 13,000 years. They found a man, his body standing up in the caves of ashes, Ihueleru, and they carbon dated his skull back to 13,000 years, and they said that he is a man speaking Yoruba. So we've been speaking Yoruba language in the southwest for over 13,000 years. That alone is reason for us to stand our ground unequivocally. And we'll restate, I'll bring you pictures to confirm that to you also. Let's carry on.
And they asked me to call the DPO of Okada, who confirmed the incident. And immediately, I contacted the DPO, Okada Division Police Station, and he confirmed to me that actually he was shot this morning while he was driving along Benin, Okada Expressway. So there are a lot of intrigues to it that we is still yet unknown to us, because he has been in Benin for a long time, and today will not be the first day he was traveling along that route. But I was trying to inquire from the DPO this morning the whereabouts of those people, and what led to that, and who the eyes witness of the incidents. At that period, the thing was still sketchy to us. But he told me that there was a woman who was rescued from the kidnappers, who said those people Fulani speaking gunmen.
Did you hear that again? Those people are Fulani speaking gunmen. These are things that we need to hold closely and listen closely. We haven't got time for squabbles among ourselves as Southerners. We should support the sit at home that the Biafrans are doing. In fact, we need to have the entire South shut it down. We need to shut down the entire system. If nobody goes out and buys anything, we sit at home. It is something that we're working on to see how we can spread that across the whole of the South. Because the killings by the Fulanis, it is obvious that the Fulanis are funding, the Fulani government are funding Fulanis to go literally into towns, villages, cities, homes, and kill people there. Kill non-Fulanis. What they call infidels. The Fulanis, get this, understand this, is nothing to do with religion. For the Fulani, the infidel is somebody who is not Fulani. Let's get that very, very clear. The Fulanis, the simple thing they tell themselves is this: once you are not Fulani, and they see you're a Southerner, you're from how you speak, you are an infidel. And we need to make this very, very clear. And we state again, the Fulanis come from Futajalon, Guinea. That's where they come from. They come from Guinea. They've chased them out of Sierra Leone. They're chasing them out of Ghana. They're chasing them out of Central African Republic. We shouldn't accept the marauders. They are nothing but marauders. And I will tell you a bit more detail why we have to take certain actions. But let's listen on.
Who kidnapped about 10 of them, and some of them they couldn't take them along, especially this woman that the BPO sent her number to me, that she couldn't, they couldn't evacuate her.
You see, the DPO, when they listen to what he's saying, the DPO sent her number. So the DPOs cannot even apprehend these Fulani terrorists. They cannot. That's what it means. They've been given instructions. Any Fulani man found with a gun, let them go. And I keep reminding us, the Fulanis are from Futajalon. I kid you not. Let me bring the pictures, and I've said it before, and I will be doing this on a regular basis. And I suggest others who are on the platforms, on various other platforms, we start doing this, because our people need this information to be able to. We ought to use a legal strategy in legal arms of government to bring them down. Atugba, Ogene, Atugba. I'm sorry, these people don't believe in law. You see, when they quote law to us in the South, the laws they wrote is in Western language. And to them, they have no respect for Western language. So when they are reading out that we should follow the laws, they are telling us that we need to comply with the laws they wrote for us in English to apply only to us. As far as they are concerned, the laws of that constitution does not apply to Fulanis. We need to understand that. That is what once you understand their mindset is to accept. You see, I'm going to go a little bit, I'll go into a little bit detail about this, because it's important that the context is very important. The Fulanis believe, the Fulani, Yoruba nation now, absolutely. Daramola, I believe it is. Sorry, it went very quick. Daramola, Yoruba nation now. The Fulanis believe that land the southern land, all of the south, in fact, the whole of the country, was gifted to them by this man. If I can find it. Oh, 1 second. 1 second, though. I have a lot of information that I've been looking at, but let's do this. Let me do it like this. Give me a minute. I will get it out, and you will see in a minute. Just give me a minute. It does take a little bit of time to get this together, but sometimes when you're doing this broadcast, it is best that we get the information out so you can see it. So I'll start off with the Futajalon, and let me just see what comes up. Okay. Now I want you to see that. That's where they come from. Sorry, is that at the bottom? Okay, you will not see. That is where they come from. That is where the Fulanis come from. They come from Futajalon. That's where they come from. Now, the man that they all revere is this man. It's important we understand that. And his heritage is from the same place. It's not a question of arguing. It's not a question of his heritage is from the same place. So, what is going on is very much like, you see, what they are trying to do, the narrative, they do not believe in any religion. The only religion they believe in is the religion of Usman Dan Fodio, that he is their grandfather who gifted them the land called Nigeria for them to own and dominate and to take over from those who are currently there. Once you understand that simple premise of what they're doing, you begin to understand the psychology of the Fulanis. Again, I will tell you again. They use the military to control and impose the constitution on us. The same military carved out all the local government areas to give themselves power, so that they have 19 states, we have 17 states in the south. So however much, if you wanted to go via political means to try and overturn this, you will never be able to achieve it. It will never, because the South, even the people in the North, some people who are not Northerners are counted as Northerners, and they've got themselves in positions whereby they control those people. So to have any meaningful discussion with these people is not going to work, Yeah, exactly. Please work fast before armies Fulani take over from Buhari. Exactly. So we need to work very, very fast. So it's important to understand, every Southerner must understand that anytime you hear them talking about Usman Dan Fodio, he is from Futajalon, and he is the person that they believe is their leader. He's the one who gave them the land known as Yoruba and Biafra, and the contraction Nigeria. Because you hear this man, you will hear the Amadu Bello say the land, the new nation called Nigeria is our grandfather's estate. This is the grandfather they're talking about. Let me get a picture out for you to see what I'm saying. I don't just like talking alone. I will keep bringing this up because it's important to understand what is being done, and at this point, it actually begins to get tenuous to know if really Usman Dan Fodio is his father, or is it something that they use as a way. I don't know. We don't know. But all I am just saying is for us to begin to understand. So let me see if I can make that slightly bigger. I know I'm making things, I want you to just see. It's important to see these things. So you have to look at it from the context of this. The Fulanis, they don't want English language. They don't want English laws. But to control us in the South who are speaking English, they wrote the laws for us to abide by. They have made themselves judge and jury over our lives in the South. And they have done that for over 60 years. And we have accepted that long enough. Our future has been taken from us, in front of us. It is time that we begin to work together. We're going to be raising a few, we'll be raising awareness in a number of ways. But what I want us all to do is to make sure that from here on, that we understand that every Southerner understands that the Fulanis, they come from Futa Jalon, which is in Guinea. You need to tell Southerners that the Fulanis come from Futa Jalon and they want to take our land. And that way, the Southerners collectively, we will do the needful once we know. Because a lot of Southerners believe that Fulanis have a right to be in that contraption. They don't. The plain fact is they don't. And they try, I keep telling you, as Southerners, the Fulanis, they see us as infidel. Infidel for them is two different things. Infidel in the Quran, of course, if you say non-believer. Infidel for the Fulanis is that once you are not a Fulani, you are in that contraption called Nigeria from the south, you are an infidel. They have the right to kill you because the land belongs to them. Because this man, Amadu Bello, not Amadu Bello, Usman Dan Fodio, their grandfather, according to Amadu Bello, gifted them that land. He says, the new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfather, Usman Dan Fodio. So what do you call an estate? An estate is when your father or great-grandfather dies. He says, okay, my children, I bequeath you with this estate. Do you understand me? So, and let's not forget, he died in 18 something. Was it 19 something? 19, no, I can't remember the exact time he died, but I'll give you the date. But it wasn't, it was 18 something he died, 1841, I think, something like that. So, Nigeria wasn't created then. In fact, I'm going to give you that fact now. So that you see, it's very important we understand it. Let me get that details out for you. Let me get the details out so that you can see that when these people are playing a game with us, and I will get that to you in a couple of clicks. Let me just get some. I need to go into a particular thing. So just give me a minute, please. It's important that we place things in the right context. If we don't, and if we don't begin to take control of the narrative, these guys will run us over. What he said now, Nigeria was not created when Usman Dan Fodio was alive. I can prove that to you now. Okay. Now, let's go in here. 1 second, please. I want to say quickly. I want to bring this to you because it's important. The point got us to that point. And we're still going to go back to Olajide, but I like to break things down. And that's what we need to do. We haven't got time to, Okay. Now, let me see. When did he die? I'll get that out. I want to make sure. So he reigned from 1803 to 1817. And then when did he die? Let me just see. I want to make sure. Okay. Now, he died 1817. Right. Let me prove this to you. To tell you that Amadu Bello lied when he said he bequeathed them their new nation called Nigeria. It's a play with words. Listen, Amadu Bello, Usman Dan Fodio died in 1817 in Sokoto. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. Can you see that? I'm trying to see if you can see what I'm saying. Yeah, can you see that? Can you all see? He died, you see? He died in 1817 in Sokoto. Now, how can somebody who died in 1817 in Sokoto, who is from Futajalon, how can he bequeath the people of the north? Because that's what Usman Dan Fodio is saying. The new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfather. Can you see the lie already? That is where they are using the image of Usman Dan Fodio to convert and convince their fellow Fulanis to kill, to justify the killing of Southerners. It's very important we understand the mindset of the Fulanis. That is the most important thing that we must all do. And the quicker we tell our people that they come from Futajalon, when our people know the enemy they are facing, they will do the rest. Do you hear me? When our people know the enemy they are facing, knowing that they don't belong to our parts, the people will go into survival mode. Right now, our people are in prayer mode because they keep praying that one Nigeria will save them. One Nigeria is not going to save Southerners. One Nigeria is only about killing Southerners. Let me say that again. One Nigeria will not save Southerners. One Nigeria is about killing Southerners. It is very important we understand that. So when you read again, now let's reread the story that this Ahmadu Bello said. He said the comment on the 12th of October 1960, and it says the new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great grandfather Uthman Dan Fodio. We must ruthlessly prevent the change of power. We use the minorities in the north, i.e. Hausas, as willing tools and the south as conquered territory. So those of you who are talking about one Nigeria, those of you who are Southerners talking about one Nigeria, your one Nigeria sees you as a Southerner as a conquered territory. Your land, your people, those of you in government, understand what the words mean. Understand what those words mean. There is no debate about whether or not Ahmadu Bello said it. I'm telling you the impact of the words he said. That is what is taking place right now. They are killing under the guise of belief. They've made the children, and they teach their children this. That's what we don't know in the South. That is why we have to wake up. We need to counter them with our message. The word has to go out. The Fulanis come from Futajalon. They are not from any part of us. We must send them back. Simple message. Towns, villages, cities, they come from Futajalon. Because he says the new Nigeria should be an estate of their grandfather. Usman Dan Fodio died in 1817. You see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? You can see that's the lie. So they keep coming and they will use the Quran. They use the Quran to weaken Southerners because they know Southerners will read the Quran and follow the Quran. But they never tell me a Fulani man that reads the Quran. They don't read it. They're not interested. It is a means to an end. It's a tool used to oppress and suppress Southerners. We need to wake up. These people are from Futajalon. We need to spread that message. And they see us as an estate. We're not even people. We're not human beings. Now you can begin to understand why they kill us like they do. They kill. They kill. Exactly. Stop them from taking our land. They've chased them from Sierra Leone. They're chasing them from Ghana and from Gambia. They've chased them from Central African Republic. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? They are from Futajalon. I'm telling you, from Guinea. That is the message that every one of us, once we know who we are facing, when we tell our people in the towns and the villages and the homes and cities who they are, once we know that, tell everybody in the South, they are not Nigerians. They are Fulanis from Futajalon. That religion is being used. They cannot read the Quran themselves. They only know certain places. They talk about Muhammad, they talk about Allah, and they talk about blasphemy and all of this stuff. It's a way to use to take over your land. That is it. Whilst you are praying as an Islamic person, as a Yoruba man, once you are not a Fulani, I promise you they will kill you. I promise you, I guarantee you they will kill you because you are not Fulani. We need to understand that. This is just matter of fact. I'm not spreading rumor. I'm telling you, I've just given you facts now. So there is no way Usman Dan Fodio can even say Nigeria he gifted Nigeria as an estate. He died in 1817. Now, when was Nigeria created? 1914. Yeah? Okay, let's say I mean, we know they had it secretly. It was created by George Goldie in 1900 when they did the deal whereby they merged the North and the South. But to make it look, oh, they created the nation, and they now say Lord Lugard in 1914. But I'm telling you now, that line, when you start inspecting things, this is what you will see. I'm telling you. Go and look at the figures, look at the dates. There is no justification to say that what Usman Danfodio did translates to, oh, it is we in the South are the estate. Remember, there was the Northern Protectorate, Southern Protectorate. He wasn't allowed to see any of that. So we can challenge this stuff. And I'm telling you, look at the dates again. 20th of April, 1817 was when he died. This guy, Amadou Bello, is telling us a lie about his grandfather, the great-grandfather's estate in 1960. 1960. Over 100 years after he died. There is no connection, and Nigeria was created in 1914. Can you see there's a big discrepancy? We cannot rely on or trust what these people say. It is time for us to stand up. Tell everybody we know they come from Futajalon. They are from Guinea. That is the best way. There's over 150, 160, maybe 170, maybe even over 180 million Southerners. We need this message to get to them. How do we do it? How do we do it? Because when they have that message, survival instinct will take over. I promise you. Without this information, you can pray all you like. But if you are praying that God will make the Fulani see sense, they won't. Oh, they won't. They're not interested in that God. They don't believe in all of that. They want our land. Let's listen on for a little bit. I'll come back to this. I want to just
easily before police came to her rescue, but she was an eyewitness to the matter. So that was exactly what we saw this morning. Is until his death, he has been a business person. He has a pharmacy shop around Benin and Okada, metropolis. He has been practicing this for a long time. He is equally a student, a student of Ibadan University, reading pharmacy. So I confirmed from the student union this morning, and the cop is with them right away. So it's a bad news to the family at this moment, and it was highly grievous to the entire family that this country has been unsafe to us. Of course, we are not saying we are the only family that are victims of these herdsmen, but we have a traumatic situation in the family since my brother has been held hostage in Abuja, and this particular brother has been the head of the family, and he was.
You know what they did there? Do we now understand that this was a targeted killing? They restricted Sowore forced him to be in Abuja. Even though he won the court case against them, the government ignored the court case. Again, it proves what I'm saying to you. The Fulanis, they believe that we must comply with the laws they wrote for us. That law doesn't apply to them. That law does not apply to Fulanis. We need to understand their psychology here. They wrote in English for us because we are English, and they expect us to comply with that law. But when you ask them, when we won the case, when Sowore won the case, whereby they were supposed to pay him, millions of naira, and let go, free him, they kept him in Abuja. Which means that Western law, they are above the law whether you like it or not. That is the best way we can explain this. And one more thing I will add, as in the middle of, on top of that, is that What we are faced, what we are being ruled by is promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. We are not a democracy. We have NEVER. Never. I say that categorically. We have never been a democracy since the day of the 5th of May 1999 when they put in this fraudulent constitution. It is a decree. It remains a decree. A decree that is applicable only to Southerners, not to Northerners. Go and look all over the North. They have Sharia law. They have Hisbah. They enforce it. But when we speak, you cannot, you as a Southerner dare not go into the South, into North, and talk about the Constitution, that you have the right to stay anywhere in the North. But they can come and live anywhere in the South, and they will show us that Constitution because they expect us to comply with it. If you go and do that in the North, they will tell you, sorry, this is Sharia law, and we practice Sharia law. Can you see the difference? They are playing us. This is a game that we need to understand that psychology. That is the best way we can defeat the Fulanis. Explain and tell the people that they are from Futajalon. That's the number one thing. They are from Futajalon. They must be sent back to Guinea. That is and this is I'm giving you the evidence. Usman Dan Fodio's generation parents, they come from Futajalon. That's where they come from. They cannot deny that fact. They will tell you this land belongs. They're trying to tell you that your land, in Yoruba land, we have been living in Yoruba land for 13,000 years. So some Fulani somewhere, some Fulani from Futajalon will come and then take the land from us. And we're going to let that happen? We mustn't. We have to be very, very clear. This information, again, I will bring that information out. I want you all, please, as I'm showing you, these are the connections that you need to understand. These are all connected. You see, the land, the so-called great-grandfather comes from Futajalon, and the great-grandson or whatever they want to call them, he comes from Futajalon. They have no business telling us that Nigeria is their estate. Even before they merged the Northern and Southern Protectorate in 1914, I believe it was, this man was already dead. So on two counts. One, Usman Dan Fodio died in 1817. Nigeria was merged together in 1914. Yeah? And this man has the guts to tell us that the new nation called Nigeria shall be an estate. And this happened within a week of the 1st of October. Remember, we got our independence on the 1st of October 1960. And look at the date. Look at the date that he wrote, he said this. The date he said this was, of course, the 12th of October 1960. Very, very important. We haven't been following what's been going on. You can now see that since 1960, we have been seen, not even then, since the creation of the independence, we have been seen as slaves. The date is there. Don't doubt me. Look at the dates. Let me see if you can see the dates as I'm talking to you. What we do on this platform is come and speak truth to power. There is no debate. You can see the dates. Let me make it bigger. For those of you that may have a doubt about what I'm saying, I want to make that date bigger. I will move this. I will come. Sorry. I don't want that one. I want that too. Sorry. Okay. Where is it? That one. Okay. Let me just do this and I'll make it smaller. Okay. There we go. So. Oh, come on. Sorry about this. Okay. Do that. Now we're back. I wanted to just now, so you can see the date. You can all see the date. We had independence. We had independence, so-called independence, and we have never been independent. Let's be honest. We've been slaves. We've just changed the slave leader from British to the Fulanese. We have never been independent. Let's be very, very clear. We've never been independent. Never. On the 4th of October 1960, everybody can agree with me that we got the so-called quote-unquote independence. Correct? Yes? Can we have a 1? Type 1 if you agree that 1st of October was an independence. Was a so-called independence. Just type 1. Because I want to make sure this is very important to understand. So those of you that have been saying that we've had a democracy, you understand what is going on. Type 1, please. Type 1 if you understand that if you know, but according to all the celebrations, that we got independence, so-called, on the 1st of October 1960. Type 1. Let's just see how many people are following what's going on here. I need you to understand that. Bukola William has typed 1 on YouTube. Thank you very much. Please continue to go on YouTube and subscribe. Those of you watching right now, if you're watching me, please go onto YouTube, subscribe to CitizenAY on YouTube. It's a platform where we speak truth to power. And as we are talking to you now, we are uncovering and exposing things that you simply won't get on other platforms. So it is important that we urge you to continue to join us, spread the word. Very important. Now let's see what's happening on Facebook. So how are you all doing? Are you typing? How many are putting 1 and things? We need to see those things, because I don't want to just talk. I always like to make sure that we are all on the same page so that it makes sense. So that we're not just sort of just 1. Yoruba Nation says 1. Thank you very much. Anybody else? I want to see who's typing 1. I just need that as a way to please continue to spread the broadcast about spread this broadcast, share this broadcast. It's very, very important. The information contained are things that you simply will not get anywhere else. It's not a boast. It's just we do the research and we come back out and we give you that research as it comes. We give it to you right away. Adio Omo Olokwe, it says 1. Yoruba Nation says 1. Who else is saying 1? So continue to type the 1. Let's just see. So we all agree that the so-called Sherifat Sulaiman says 1. We all agree that on the 1st of October, we got our so-called independence. So-called. But I'm here to contend to you on top of that it wasn't an independence. They simply substituted us from colonial power to Fulani hegemony. It was a transfer of ownership from the British to the Fulanese. That's what happened. That's it. We have never been free. We have never. Kayode Oladoyinbo. I hope I'm saying it. Please do apologize if I'm not saying it right. Yeah. The best thing is for everybody to go their own way. I didn't know Jacobs. Yes. So you can all see now that you all agree that the 1st of October was the so-called date. So we generally can agree on that. Now, here is what I want you to look at. That date, I want to make sure that we are all looking at that date. That date that is up there that you can see there. Let me see if I can make it bigger. I'm trying to make it bigger, and I'll do this. Okay. Okay, so that date, you see? That date, and that is the older Usman Dan Fodio. That's the older one. Is when it was older. So anyway, but look at that date. Within 12 days of giving us so-called independence, Usman Dan Fodio, Ahmadu Bello comes and makes this statement, and nobody challenges it. Nobody. And it says that it is the grandfather's estate. You see, grandfather's estate. Let me just see if I can. The new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfather. So the reason I'm stating all of this is that for us to understand that we have been, yes. Yes, absolutely, Helen Peters. Thank you very much, Helen Peters. So we're going to go forward. Now, so please, that is a proof right there that we have been slaves for a long time. Southerners have been slaves because they see us as their grandfather's estate, and they keep telling their children that they own the land, that they must be ready to kill. They've trained Fulanis to kill, to be ruthless in killing, to get our land, our resources. That's what's been going on. Keep that date in mind. October 12, 1960. 11 days after. Well, 12 days after the so-called independence. So that was a reasserting of their control, that they've taken over control from the British. But we didn't know it because we didn't look at the dates. We didn't understand the impact of those words. South is seen as a conquered territory. What is happening all over the South now? They're trying to kill us and take our land. Our people must know they come from Futajalon. Let me stop there for now. Take that in for a few minutes. Let's listen to Sowore's brother.
You know, doing a lot to fend for the family until this morning he was gruesomely, murdered again. So we are seriously bereaved. A serious problem. We don't even know how to move in this country. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. We don't know who else is the next victim. That is the situation we are right away. To even travel to Benin right away is a serious problem. We don't know where they are hiding again. So it's our plea to the entire international community to come to the aid of Nigeria. The killing
No, we do not. The UN and the US and others, they will not come to our aid. They get our oil, they get our resources on the cheap. And that's a plain fact. The people that will have to do the rescuing is us. That is why I keep reminding us all. I understand what is coming from, and I've condoled with him and whatever. These people who are killing us, they come from Futajalon. Never forget that. This is a message that everybody must start telling all our Southerners, that they must know that the people who are doing the killing, they are not from our part, so they come from Futajalon, and we need to protect ourselves. Since the federal government, that is now the Fulani federal government, is killing us, the right to protect ourselves and to give ourselves safety, we have the power to protect ourselves as Southerners. And we kick out these people. The Fulani government is protecting Gumi and all of the other people who are killing us. They allow them to go into the army. They killed 2 majors in the Army Nigerian Defense Academy. They are allowed to go and steal our weapons. When I posted a video last week whereby they went into an arms depot, stole weapons and uniforms, and they were shooting, and there was no military men to come and arrest them. That was part of the plan. They are now part of the army. Every Friday, Navy Commodore Kunle Olawumi said every Friday, the mosque inside all of the army bases in the whole of Nigeria is thrown open for prayers, quote unquote prayers. And during that prayer, what do you think is happening? They are watching what is going on. They are mingling. They've been doing it look, we have been asleep for a long time. It's time we woke up. I'm telling you, they come from Futajalon. They come from Futajalon. The Usman Dan Fodio is their father, and that's what, if you doubt it, look at this connection again. Look at that. Those of you, please be very, very clear. They may have connections with Iraq in a distant way, I don't know. But this, I want you to know. This connection is very important to comprehend. Let me just move it this way. I want to move it in. I'll move it that way. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to cover the face of Sowore's brother. Now, the reason you need to understand that Usman Dan Fodio here. Let me see if I can go to. That's the younger one. This was when he was young. Usman Dan Fodio is the one that the Fulanis they revere. They say that he's the one who gave them the land. And the proof is in what he says here. The new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfather. So straight away, they connect it to Usman Dan Fodio. Because they say, he won in Sokoto. He went as far as Kwara. We stopped him, Yorubas. And now they want to come and finish the job. Because they don't want to stop until they get to the sea. Even Tafawa Balewa was talking about that. They have no business with us. I'll show you some of the what he said. These are all what they're planning. We need to be very, very clear about this. Nobody from the South, nobody from UN. Don't wait for Britain, UK, US, Canada, Australia, Spain, Italy, Germany. Don't wait for help from them. It won't come. It won't come. We have to do this ourselves. We have the numbers to do this. There's between 170 to 180 million Southerners. We can do this. But our people will not act unless we give them the right information. This is the right information. Tell every Southerner that the Fulanis come from Futajalon, and you've got the evidence. You can share this video with them. You can take screenshots. There's a link. The three things you can see around Sowore is you can see they are all to do with the connection back to Futajalon. Usman Danfodio, Amadou Bello. Their ancestry lies in Futajalon. But they want to take our land. And they won't stop until they get to the sea. That is why they've named Amadou Bello Way, the last road before you get to Atlantic in Lagos. We must go and change that. I kid you not. This is their plan. And we must confront it. We are not interested in taking any land from anybody in the north. But they are interested in taking our land. In that case, we no longer want them even on the north with the houses. Let's send them back to Futajalon. Because if they remain with the houses there, they're still going to plan to try and come back and take our land. This is something we must do once and for all. And we must all be involved. You and me as Southerners must be involved and make sure we completely take away these people from our land. We are not debating about staying on any land in the south. We are not in the north. We're not interested in taking any land from any Hausa or any Fulani in the north. But you need to understand that they are looking at our land and they want to take it and enslave us, kill millions. They are doing it. There is a silent genocide going on. They are now picking. This killing of Sowore's brother is deliberate. Navy Commodore Kunle Akinwumi and Olawumi said that the government, they have data, dossier on everybody. So let me just say, hello, bro. I'm on a live broadcast right now. I'm on a live broadcast. Okay, thank you. I'll talk later. So let me end that one. So what I'm saying to you all is this. They have plans to take our land. The killings are going on. The Navy Commodore said it. They have dossiers, they have files on everybody. So it means that they have spies watching us in the south everywhere. We need to start telling our people on ground who they really are. They are Fulanis from Futajalon. That is where Usman Danfodio's parents come from. We need to send them back there. Because if we do not, they will keep coming back and keep trying to. They're trying to erase our history in our own land so they can take it. Let me say that again to you. They have stopped teaching history in schools in the south so that the children will not know that the land belongs to them. And we must expose all that. I'll come back to that. But let's listen to what he's saying to the end. And
murdering every day is so alarming that we are skeptical of living in this country. It's a serious trauma that we are.
So anyway, that was by IAIT. Now I just want to go back. I don't want to leave that there. So now the reason I'm saying this, again, I'm going to reiterate the point, and it is very important that we grasp this, that the message we must start spreading right now is based on fact. Based on fact, pure fact. I don't want to. Let me do this. I'll do this. Okay, let me just I'll make that smaller, and I'll come back out of that for a second. So that's me there. That's me, you'll see. I wanted you to see this picture here. Sorry about that. Apologies. So let's mute that straight away. I don't know what happened there. Okay. So now, so I want you all to understand that these three, they are connected. Let me see. I'm going to get you. I want to bring one more picture in to show you what I'm saying. This is not a joke. When we're talking about it, it's very important that these things we talk about. I will come and talk about Lady K in due course. Now let's go and look at something for. I want to talk about Tafawa Balewa. Sorry, not that one. 1 second, please. Just trying to get this out. We need to have all of this information and start disseminating that information. Quite apart from anything else we're going to do militarily, knowledge is the best information we have against the Fulanis. Did you hear me? Quite apart from any military information, any military or whatever else you want to do, I'm not involved in that. I'm here to give people information. Information is the most powerful tool we have, because people don't know the facts that I'm bringing out, and we need that fact to reach millions of people in jiffy. So cut up this video, cut up bits of it that you can make sense of. Cut it up and send it to people. Send it around. Make them aware of this. Let me give you. Where am I going? Sorry, I want to just give you this thing. What's it called again? Yeah. Let me just see if it comes up. Okay. Let me see. Oh, I have it somewhere. Just give me a minute. I'll get it. I will surely get it. I'll look for it. It's in here somewhere. There's a part where I want you to hear the words of Tafawa Balewa. So even as far back as Tafawa Balewa, who was the prime minister at the time. Good morning, Yeti Queen. Good morning. Prime minister at the time. These guys have got the designs and they've taken the action. They don't see us as equals with them, even though they are on our land. So they see themselves above us. It's important we understand these things. Our people have been lied to for so long. And what is sad is some of our own southern leaders have actually co-opted themselves to agree to play that lie, because they were getting lined, their pocket was getting lined with money, which is when your people are being killed and you agree to line your pocket with money. That's blood money. That is blood money. What I'm saying, that is blood money. Let me just, if I don't find it now, I will come back to it. I have it somewhere, but I will. Okay. Anyway, I will come back to you when I do come up. It will come up later on. I promise you. But Tafawa Balewa mentioned. He said that they will not stop until they get to the sea, which is the Atlantic Ocean. That they have no business with the people in the south. I'll try one more way. Let me try another way so you can see. I'm going to just try something quickly. Just give me a minute. Oh, sorry. Screen is just gone blank. You there? You're there. Can you all see me? Okay. 1 minute. No, the screen is gone blank. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, we're back. Okay, now. So now I'm gonna just keep putting that back up there. That one, and finally that one. So you can have those three. Now what I want to do is I'm going to quickly find another one information for you, which is important. So Tafawa Balewa quotes, just type that in yourself. Tafawa Balewa quotes. I'll bring about Balewa quotes. And again, I don't know why we are giving Tafawa Balewa Square in Lagos when he says this following words that I'm about to read to you. Tafawa Balewa Square. So quotes, sorry. These are things that we are not aware of, and we need to be aware of it. We have to be aware. Let me see. Let's have a look. I'm trying to find this for you if I could find it. Let me see. No, I can't find it. No. Okay, I cannot. I'll have to bring it back. But anyway, there is a quote which you need to hear, and I will read it. I will find out. But okay, let's carry on for now. So let's leave that for now. Now let's go and speak to. I will come back to it later on. Now, as I speak to you, this lady, this gallant lady of ours, Lady K, Amoda Babatunde, as I speak to you, she is being held by the Fulani government. Lady K is the one of the Abuja 12. So far, the government have released 10 of them. So Jamiu Oyekunle, Oyetunde, I think, and Lady K are the ones who are being held illegally. Jamiu Oyetunde, I think, is if I'm correct, and Lady K, which is what you see here, she is being held illegally by the Fulani federal government. Now, like I said, I will keep repeating it. She's being held in the same cell with men. She's not in a women's cell. Underground, she's getting daily beatings. She's getting daily beatings. And these are the reasons why we are saying this is inhuman. This government are inhuman. If it were a Fulani woman, she will not be allowed to be in the same room with men. They will not put her in the same room. They don't allow. They bought the clothes that the lawyers have bought for her. They've refused to give her the toiletries and things that she needs. Being a woman, she's been denied. The medical help that she should be getting, she's been denied. How they are treating Lady K is how they view all of us in the South. Again, remember, these people who are doing this, they come from Futajalon. Let me just keep this going. They come from Futajalon. I'll make sure. I want you to remember that. And that is the link. I will find the other thing I'm trying to get for you. Believe me, I'm searching for it as I speak to you. But I want us to understand that this is what they're doing to Lady K. Let me get another picture of Lady K. That one, you may not have a clear picture, but let's put this up. That was when she was initially arrested. That is Lady K, a Yoruba woman. She was already limping when she was there. She was already limping. They fractured her. They've beaten her so much that she's fractured her leg. She can't walk properly. That is Lady K right there. That is Lady K right there. That is Lady K. And the Fulanese continue to oppress and suppress us in our own land. And they come from Futajalon. That is their so-called grandfather. He died in 1817. There is no way you can bequeath a nation that's not been created in 1817. In 1817, there was no such thing as a Nigeria. There was no such thing. It's a play with words that you don't challenge. They use those words to control us. They don't believe in contraction Nigeria. They want to take it over. It's very important. As I speak to you, Lady K is still in jail. A woman, a Yoruba, a southern woman. They will never allow this to happen to a Fulani woman. They would never allow it, particularly in the full public glare. You hear me? These are the things we are speaking about. These are enough justification The government are refusing to let go of Sowore as we speak. He's still on bail. He must report to them every week in Abuja. Lady K, she was in a house. They went in without a warrant. They shut the place up. They killed 2 men. One of them was blind. He heard the noise. He walked out. They shot him dead. They have refused to release the bodies of Adogan and Afa. And yet, these people believe that they have the right to rule in our country. They are from Futajalon. They are from Futajalon. I urge you all, please, this message is important to spread. We need to make our people aware. The people are believing that, oh, they have nothing to do. They are part of us. We are not the same citizens. We need to separate. We have to go for self-determination. To be able to do that, we need our people to defend their lives against intruders. They literally are marauders, intruders. They lied and got governance, got power. They are not part of the South in any way, shape, or form. And we call on those of us who are work doubly hard to continue to ensure that Lady K is released. She has spent over 2 months in jail for doing nothing other than exposing and reporting the fact that the Fulani federal government illegally invaded Oloye Sunday Igboho's house. We stand squarely with Oloye. We stand squarely with Oloye Sunday Igboho. Let me, I want to just bring, at this point, mention him. And all of us, I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say that Oloye is, encouraging us all to Oloye Sunday Igboho to speak up for our rights. Likewise, Nnamdi Kanu. And this is not, we are not, there is no way we can be in one Nigeria with these people. There is no way. There is absolutely no way. So that's Oloye Sunday Igboho there. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try and put it here. I'll put it here. That's Oloye Sunday Igboho with Professor Banji Akintoye there. So we stand with Oloye Sunday Igboho. I'm just bringing this so you can have an idea of what's going on. And we demand that we need to be going for Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation, Middle Belt. Please sign the NINA's form. Sign the NINA's letter. Very, very important to sign the NINA's letter. So that we can get a referendum. And also, you need to join us for the protest on the 14th and 15th of September. That's going to be taking place in the UN, UN Assembly. And across the world, we'll be holding a protest in the UK, in London. I think either it's going to be Trafalgar Square, walking to 10 Downing Street, and also Parliament Square. Those details will be confirmed. And we will be holding the protest at the same time as they are holding it in the UN. There will be a joint program about this by a group of other social media people and groups like myself, people like myself. Amayegun hopefully will join us and others in raising the awareness about the 14th of September, 14th and 15th of September. Very important. As I said to you, Lady K is in jail. She's done nothing wrong. The people who are doing it, they come from this Futajalon. And that is Professor Banji Akintoye, who is the shining light for us. We understand that Professor Banji Akintoye is unwell at the minute, and we send our love, we send him, we wish him speedy recovery. But despite that, he came out a few days ago and spoke. He got some things to help him to be able to speak to us for a few minutes. That is commitment right there. If it's ever, that is commitment. So we wish Professor Banji Akintoye speedy recovery. We wish him that. We stand with him. We do make calls to find, just to keep ourselves updated about what's going on with him. And we wish him speedy recovery. We need him in this journey. He's our father in the struggle. He's our father, collective father in the struggle. He worked with Ninas. He's working with, greatest groups. And I want to say this. Any squabbles that others may have and whatever else, now we're beyond that. It's survival mode that we are in now. They've killed Olajide Sowore, the brother to Sowore. It's a message. These people, they send out a message. The Futajalon lot, the people that come from Futajalon that do not belong anywhere in any part of the south. The northerners the houses can keep them there if they want, but we will do everything. If once we get get Yoruba nation, Biafra nation, Middle Belt nation, anybody that you found should be sent back to Futajalon. They don't belong because they've been killing us. We are happy to live in happiness and harmony with people, but when they are taking our lives and they are taking our land, that is not harmony. That is not harmony, and that's the game plan of the Fulani government. All the positions they take over, there is no all the powerful positions they've taken. That is not a peaceful coexistence. That is not a peaceful coexistence. So once they are killing us in our land, we have the right to defend ourselves, and we have the right to live in peace in our own land. And we have to remind them that they came from Futajalon. They were guests, unwelcome guests, and now they must return back to Futajalon. And we have to say that clearly. This is not about hate speech or whatever they want to call it. It's facts. These are facts. So I wanted to state that. So Oloye, we stand with him, and we continue to demand that they release Lady K and the other guy and whoever else. The Fulanis are killing every day, and they never see the courts, 4 walls of a court or inside it. They never end up in jail. Straight away, you can tell that their agenda is Fulani first, even if they kill Fulani first. And we need to be very aware and actually begin to really work to free ourselves from the bondage, because we are in bondage. We are in bondage. Let me play you a video. There's a video I'm about to play. In fact, let me play. I'll play it again. I'm going to play the video. Let me see. So about the protest coming up in September, on the 14th and 15th of September. Watch this. Let's have a look. No, sorry. Oh. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry, 1 second, please. I think I just did something. I just need to get that clear. Where is it? I had it here, but then it just went. Okay, here we go. Sorry. It will be there in a minute. I just went a bit too quick. Trigger happy as well. Now, watch this, please. I'd like you to watch this. It relates to the 14th and 15th of September, the UN rally, Yoruba and UN mega rallies with Ninas as well. But this message is aimed at obviously getting as many Yorubas to come out as Biafrans and Middle Belt. All of us, we are all affected. So watch, please watch.
Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà, ẹ jáde o. Ẹ jẹ́ kí lọ síwájú, ìran Yorùbá ó jẹ wá lógún o, ọmọ Yorùbá o. Ó tó gẹ́, àló ti tó gẹ́, kàkà kí kìnìún ṣàkápò ẹkùn, kí kálukú lọ́sọdẹ rẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni ò bá lẹ́jọ́ nù. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ jáde o. Kẹ́kùn ló gbọ́ kó sọ fún toko, káàdé ó gbọ́ kó rò fún òwe. Wípé ó tó gẹ́ wà yìí, àsìkò ti tó fún ìran Yorùbá láti dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. Àsìkò ti tó láti jàjàgbara ajàṣẹ́gun láti gba orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá kúrò lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìjọba Nàìjíríà. Orí mi o, ìkúnlẹ̀ abiyamọ o. Ẹ wá wo bí wọ́n ti ń pa àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nípakúpa. Ajé o, odidi ìlú ni wọ́n kì í lọ́bọ̀ tí wọ́n sì jó kanlẹ̀ dẹ́rú. Ìkúnlẹ̀ abiyamọ o, kí ló dé, kí la ṣe, ta la ṣẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi ẹ̀tọ́ wa dùn wá gan. Kí ni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan? Eléyìí gangan ni a fi sọ yìí pé ó tó gẹ́. Ẹ wá gbọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, wọn ò lè wá kú kí lóye ilé bàbá rẹ̀ jẹ o. Ẹ mọ̀ ṣe dágunlá àti àṣà kí ló kàn mí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Gbogbo wa lọ̀rọ̀ yìí kàn. Ìgbẹ́kẹ̀ ní fọwọ́ ti lé, ìgbà aláàmù ní fọwọ́ tó gírí. Ìdí nìyí táwọn ẹgbẹ́ àjàjàgbara fún ọmọ Yorùbá káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè àgbáńlá ayé ẹ̀ka tìlú Amẹ́ríkà àti agbègbè rẹ̀ lábẹ́ àkóso àti olùdarí Emeritus Professor Banji Akintoye, leader of Yoruba land and ìlànà ọmọ Oòduà worldwide àti àwọn ìsọ̀ǹgbè rẹ̀ ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ìwọ́de ńlá ọlọ́jọ́ méjì gbáǹkọ́gbì 2 days Yorùbá Nation Diaspora Mega Rally eléyìí tí ó wáyé ní ọjọ́ 14 àti ọjọ́ 15 oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún tá a wà yìí 14 to 15 September 2021 èyí tí ó máa wáyé ní United Nations Building ní 809 United Nations Plaza C22 York New York 10017 3503 United States. ẹ wá gbọ́ o ẹ yẹ kí fapá kan fò ó gbogbo ẹlẹ́gbẹ́jẹgbẹ́ àti ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń jà fún àti dádúró ọmọ Yorùbá gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè láǹretí níbi ìwọ́de wọ́ọ́rọ́wọ́ yìí tẹ́ bá ń bọ̀ aṣọ dúdú black t-shirt òní kí gbogbo wọn wọ̀ láti lè ṣèdárò àwọn ọmọ ojúlówó Yorùbá àtàtà táwọn Fúlàní ti ṣekú òjijì pa ó mà ṣe o àti láti fẹ̀hónú wa hàn wípé ó tó gẹ́ aláǹlọ́mì Yorùbá Nation ó di dandan aago 9 àárọ̀ ni ètò yìí ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ títí di ìrọ̀lẹ́ kẹlẹ́lẹ́.
So those are the 2 days, 14th and 15th of September, 9 to 5 p.m. 9 a.m. in US is approximately 2 o'clock. In the UK here. So we will be having a rally on both days from about 2 p.m. so that it's time to happen at the same time as it will be happening in the US. And around the world, the similar plans is to have the same, to have a protest around the world in the same time. Very, very important that we do that. And we urge you all to please join us, subscribe to CitizenAY on YouTube, as I've said to you. Please spread the word about this broadcast, this rally.
Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà, ẹ jáde o.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí lọ síwájú, ìran Yorùbá ó jẹ wá lógún o, ọmọ Yorùbá o.
Ó tó gẹ́ àló ti tó gẹ́ kàkà kí kìnìún ṣakápò ẹkùn kí kálukú lọ́sọdẹ rẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni ò bá lẹ́jọ́ nù. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ jáde o. Kẹ́kùn ní ó gbọ́ kó sọ fún toko káàdé ó gbọ́ kó rò fún ọ̀bẹ wípé ó tó gẹ́ wà yìí. Àsìkò ti tó fún ìran Yorùbá láti dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. Àsìkò ti tó láti jàjàgbara ajàṣẹ́gun láti gba orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá kúrò lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìjọba Nàìjíríà. Orí mi o ìkúnlẹ̀ abiyamọ o. Ẹ wá wo bí wọ́n ti ń pa àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nípakúpa. Ajé o odidi ìlú ni wọ́n kì í lọ́bọ̀ tí wọ́n sì jó kanlẹ̀ dẹ́rú. Ìkúnlẹ̀ abiyamọ o kí ló dé kí ló ṣe ta la ṣẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi ẹ̀tọ́ wa dùn wá gan. Kí ni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan? Eléyìí gangan ni a fi sọ wípé ó tó gẹ́ ẹ wá gbọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ní olè wá kú kí ní ilé bàbá rẹ̀ jẹ o. Ẹ bó ti dàgbù lọ àti ẹ̀ṣá kí ló kàn mí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí gbogbo wa lọ̀rọ̀ yìí kàn. Ìgbà kẹrin fọwọ́ ti lé ìgbà láàmú ní fọwọ́ tó gírí. Ìdí nìyí táwọn ẹgbẹ́ àjàjàgbara fún ọmọ Yorùbá káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè àgbáńláyé ẹ̀ka tìlú Amẹ́ríkà àti agbègbè rẹ̀ lábẹ́ àkóso àti olùdarí Emeritus Professor Banji Akintoye, leader of Yoruba land and ìlànà ọmọ Oòduà worldwide àti àwọn ìsọ̀ǹgbè rẹ̀ ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ìwọ́de ńlá ọlọ́jọ́ méjì gbáǹkọ́gbì 2 days Yoruba Nation Diaspora Mega Rally eléyìí tí ó wáyé ní ọjọ́ 14 àti ọjọ́ 15 oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún tá a wà yìí 14 to 15 September 2021 èyí tí ó máa wáyé ní United Nations Building ní 809 United Nations Plaza C22 York New York 10017 3503 United States. Ẹ wá gbọ́ o ẹ jẹ́ kí sapá kan fò ó gbogbo ẹlẹ́gbẹ́jẹgbẹ́ àti ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń jà fún àti dádúró ọmọ Yorùbá gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè láǹretí níbi ìwọ́de wọ́ọ́rọ́wọ́ yìí tẹ́ bá ń bọ̀ aṣọ dúdú black t-shirt òní kí gbogbo wọn wọ̀ láti lè ṣèdárò àwọn ọmọ ojúlówó Yorùbá àtàtà táwọn Fúlàní ti ṣekú òjijì pa ó mà ṣe o àti láti fẹ̀hónú wa hàn wípé ó tó gẹ́ aláǹlọ́mì Yorùbá Nation ó di dandan aago 9 àárọ̀ ni ètò yóò ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ títí di ìrọ̀lẹ́ kẹlẹ́lẹ́.
So that's the message right there. So I wanted to just bring that, and I will play that again later on. We will play that again later on. 14 to the 15th. So remember, if you're in the UK, we are 5 hours ahead. So when it's 9 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock our time. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So we need to. So what we need to do is that we have to make sure that we all are aware. We'll be making further announcements. There'll be some announcement by those of us who are organizing this. It's a group. There will be group announcement in the coming days, so watch out for that. There's one more thing I wanted to do, and I was because I was busy doing that, I couldn't really. One more thing I want to show you about this. Let me get back there. 1 second. 1 second, please. I'll just check. There is one more thing before I've got one more thing I want to do. Then I'll probably wrap it up. But before I do that, I want to just show you the quote by Tafawa Balewa. Very important to have that quote, and I have it somewhere, but I will try and bring it out. Let me see. Let's see if I've got it, because I mean, when I read it myself, I was actually quite shocked that but the thing is, these are things that they've been hidden in plain sight, and we need to let me see. Okay, let's have a look at this. No, that's not it. Okay, I'll find it anyway. I know it's somewhere, but I'll find it here for you. So I want to just talk about this one. But like I said, we are still saying this. Lady K should be released. She's a symbol of oppression. The fact that they're holding her and imprisoning her against when she's done nothing wrong is a symbol of our oppression. And they are trying to tell us that we can't do anything. We mustn't be silent. We need to continue to push on and work to ensure that she is released. One way or that we have to make sure, because what is being done, it's been done. No, they will never do this to a Fulani woman. Quote me on that one. They will never do this to a Fulani woman. Never. It just wouldn't happen. But because she's non-Fulani in their eyes, like I said, again, it's to do with this infidel thing. If you're an infidel, you don't treat them the same way as a Fulani woman, because they don't consider us to be equal to them. They don't, which is, and they tell us to believe in one Nigeria. If someone is telling you to believe in one Nigeria, but then they treat you as an animal, whilst they hold the people close to them dear, we have to act fast. We need to. I agree. We need to act fast. So we'll be doing a few things. I mean, it's a shame about that they killed this young man, Olajide. They killed him purely to hurt Sowore and to really give us all worries. But we need to push on, because we are very clear that their plan is to take over our land. That is it. It's nothing else. They're not interested in religion. There's nothing related. They just want to grab our land. That is it. I'll probably come back with a picture later on, but I want to show you that Ahmadu Bello quote, if I can find it. Hopefully I can. Hopefully. But I wrote it down and I was quite shocked. They are going for an emirate or sultanate if we do not wake up. And time is money. The best thing is, once the people know that people are trying to take their land, they will get themselves in groups. Because right now, if they're trying to say, "Oh, we still believe in one Nigeria," one Nigeria is killing us. Whilst you're trying to believe in one Nigeria, they are killing. Christians are being killed every day in the north. And nothing is happening. And Muslims are being killed in the south, and nothing is happening. That tells you that what is going on, as seen Yoruba Muslims. And you will see that they started putting pictures of, Emir abducted. That one is all audio or plans among themselves. Because all they're doing is to make sure. Why is it that all of the killings and abductions going on in the south are hardly reported? Why? So you can tell that it is all to try and make themselves feel, they are being the ones under attack. But they're the ones doing the killing. These are all clever ploys that we've all fallen for too long. And we have to make sure that we continue to empower our people to speak up, to defend themselves. This is gone beyond waiting for somebody somewhere to come and help us. It simply will not happen. We need to wake up and recognize that these people want our land. And we must do everything we can to ensure that we empower our people right now to take steps by any means necessary to survive. We have to make sure that we take the steps to protect the lives of as many Southerners as possible. They are using the army to suppress us, the Navy to suppress us, the Air Force to suppress and kill. A helicopter was flying around in somewhere in the south and killing people. And these guys were just saying, oh, no, but that's our lives that have been taken. Under the guise of, we do not support or condone terrorism. So we're going to make sure that we deal with it. Gumi is walking away free. Now, let me show you. I told you I'll bring that to you. Tafawa Balewa is the name I meant to write, but I will change that later on. This is what Tafawa Balewa wrote. I said to you, I'll bring it to you. I was looking for it. I posted it. Please apologize for the typo at the end. It's Tafawa Balewa. There's a lot of work one is doing sometimes, so you don't see it until it's later on. But here we go. Listen to the words by Tafawa Balewa. Listen. We do not want our southern neighbors to interfere in our development. Did you hear that? We do not want our southern neighbors to interfere in our development. We have never associated with ourselves with the activities of these people. We do not know them. We do not recognize them, and we share no responsibility in their actions. We shall demand, when the time is ripe, if the British quit Nigeria now at this stage, the northern people will continue their uninterrupted conquest to the sea. Now, let me show you the sea he's referring to, not that one. That's what we need to be doing, by the way. Our priests, where are our pastors? Where are our pastors who are, hey, pray this and look at what the Russian priest is doing. Just look at that. That speaks volumes. So you're telling us to believe in something. So if a priest in the Russia is telling them to pray, but is praying onto what they're supposed to defend themselves, isn't that what our so-called pastors and things should be doing? Isn't that what they should be doing? Just a thought. But anyway, let's go to this. I'll come back to that. So the Quran, to dip it in the sea. You see? So his words are, to remind you, the words of Tafawa Balewa are, northern people will continue their uninterrupted conquest to the sea. But then they tell you to believe in one Nigeria. The words are there. Read it yourself. Read it. What do you think? What do you think? There's those who are telling you to believe in one Nigeria. They need to explain these instances to us. They have to explain it. They have to explain to us. Tafawa Balewa wrote, northern people will continue their uninterrupted conquest to the sea. Tafawa Balewa. Direct quote from him. So you can see that one Nigeria has always, from its inception, this was written, don't forget, this guy was killed in a coup in 1966. And he wrote those words. And you've named Ahmadu Bello Way. Those of us in the South, so-called leaders, they said they will not, until they dip that Quran in the sea. And the sea is the last road here. This road here is called Ahmadu Bello Way. You can see it in the picture. You can see it's called Ahmadu Bello Way. You see it? That is what we are facing. It's not about trying to unite. How can you continue to try to unite with people who are trying to kill you? How can you be one Nigeria with the very people who are trying to kill you? I just want to know. How? How is it possible for you to unite with people who are trying to kill you, to take your land? These are questions we should ask ourselves. These are questions we should ask ourselves. Yeah. Yes, it shall never be well with them, Helen Peters. Never. I agree with you. So these are questions. I'm putting it to you. That is the Atlantic Ocean that you're seeing. It's the last road before the Atlantic, the lagoon there that goes and leads into the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah. And this is what Amadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa wrote. That's what he wrote. Direct quote. Northern people will continue their uninterrupted conquest to the sea. So now you begin to understand that this idea of your one Nigeria, who are you being one Nigeria with? Who? I just want to understand. Bearing in mind, barely 12 days into the so-called independent nation, barely 12 days, his other friend, or so-called the Northern Premier, who is actually the leader. You see, they have this thing they do. The leader, the real leader, they never show you. So, Prime Minister, you think is the one with the power. Amadu Bello, the Northern Region leader, is the one with the power. It's all, just look at Ahmed Wase and Femi Gbajabiamila. The one with the real power is Ahmed Wase. Ahmed Wase prevented the tabling of formation, highlighting the Benue people being placed in internally displaced camps by Mark Wheeler. And Gbajabiamila cannot say anything about it. So you know where the real power is. So when this man is talking, when Tafawa Balewa is talking, he is passing the message that's been told to say by Amadu Bello, the Premier of the North. Do you all follow what I'm saying? Do you all follow what I'm saying? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Can we now say that there has never been one Nigeria? Because these are instances. Many people will not know that the quote is a quote coming from Tafawa Balewa. And that is the quote right there. But many kids will not be aware of this. They want us to see them as the only one who can save that country in their eyes. They save their contraption. The contraption whereby they oppress us. Via quota system, federal character, and straight out oppression, straight out injustice. Fulani will kill anybody and they will get away with it. No jailing, no nothing. We are slaves in our own land. That's why we're going for self-determination. Please, I want you at this point to, if you haven't signed the NINA's petition, please go and do so now. I'm going to try and see if I can bring that up. Let me just get the NINA's petition, bring that up, and make sure you have it. So go into the NINA's. Let me just do it here. I'll do it here, actually. I'll do it here. Team NINA's, just type in NINAS. Yeah, we're going to do it. We've done it before, and I know many of you probably know, but we will do that again. NINA's, go to the menu. Let me see. Is that okay? Yeah. Oh, you can't see the menu because I have to. So go here, go to the menu, and then go down again, demand referendum. You go in there, then you drop down and you fill the forms in as required for here. Put the details in, your name, last name, location. If you're in diaspora, put it in. What they're doing is preventing information to get into the hands of the federal government by not giving information of how many people have signed it. There's probably a lot more, but the most important thing is let's participate in it. So you put your name, phone number. Those of us in Yoruba land and Biafra land, Middle Belt, put your phone number in, and then once you do local government area, alliance block. So you go Lower Niger, Lower Niger South, East, South, Middle Belt, Yoruba land, and other. So you fill that in. So I'm going to quickly take this one and stick it in, put it on the, those of you, please sign. Let me just go, please sign. Okay, we just go here. So 1 minute, please. Newness referendum. So I'm just trying to put this down. Okay. So I'm going to put that up. So if you haven't signed it, please continue to do. I think we've got probably got another week or so before it's done. So I've pinned it on there. Now I'm going to go and do that again on Facebook. So I've done the one for YouTube. Now it's the one for Facebook. So sorry about that. Let's see. Is that it? Okay. So let me pin that on Facebook. I may do it on other platforms as well, but there's a lot to do at the same time. So I'm putting it on CitizenAY for now. I'll try and do that one later on. So paste. So please sign, as I've said here. We pin that one. So we pin that there. So that is pinned there. So it is of immense importance that we continue to do that. So once you fill that in, then you then go, you type in, why, you write something, I just type, I support, I believe in self, I am for self-determination 100%, something like that. So it's self-affirming, if you like, self-determination 100%, 100%, so you put it in there, and then something like that. Then once you do, you submit. When you submit, you will get the notification. So that's what I want us all to do. I've pinned it. I will try and share it on another platform later on. Now, so one more thing before I wrap up, because I need to I'll be back later on. I wanted to do one more thing before I go, and that is okay. I do beg your pardon. I just need to find this information and name provided to you. Yeah, okay. One more thing I will do. Yeah, got it. So let's just go and to look at this information real quick. Then I can then wrap up, and then we can then, I'll be back later on. We spare a moment. This is the young man that was killed. That is Sowore, as you can see. That's Sowore there. That's his brother that was killed. And this is a government that is killing its own citizens. Horrifying when you think about it. Think about it for a minute. They're actually targeting and killing their own citizens because they want to grab our land. Now, I want to show you one more thing. Like I said earlier on, I told you that they were trying to, they've stopped teaching history in curriculum. They've stopped it. And here's why. Let's have a look at how I'm going to do this now. Okay, that's a little bit slow. I don't know what's going on. Let me just, it should just kick in straight away. Okay, good, we're good. Now, I'm going to show you something. I want to show you something very important, and I want you to look at it. It's on CitizenAY right now, and I want you to look at it. Now, like I said, they've stopped teaching history. They've taken it out of curriculum because they don't want the kids to know their history. And you know why they do that? If you don't know your history, you won't fight for it. If you don't know your history, you won't fight for it. Evidence of why I'm saying that, the Fulanis teach the kids. They say, oh, you have to defend. That land is given to you by our ancestors. You must fight for it. They teach them that. That's why they kill without mercy. They kill without mercy. They kill without mercy because they've been trained to do so. They've been trained that their survival depends on the killings of people. The more they kill, the more they survive. That's why when they kill, they go, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, when they kill. So, let me just show you, if I could find, I did have it before, and I said I'd come back to it, and now, hey, presto, It's been difficult, but it's okay. Let me try one more thing. So yeah, they're doing that in the schools and things. They've taken away a whole. I spoke to somebody recently, and they might come on air, whereby they talked about that they don't allow them to teach history. So the people that you can easily defeat are the people that don't know their history. If you don't know your history, you can't fight for it. You just simply cannot fight for it. You just be going, okay, oh, it's a shame. Oh, this, but what you need to do is not to be, oh, what a shame. You need to be fighting for it. And by what they're doing, they're making it, you're almost unlikely to fight for it because you don't know it's there, because you simply are not aware of the potential impact of not taking that action. You just simply don't know. You'll be thinking, oh, okay, yeah, I've heard about it, but it's nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. Everything to do with you. Everything. And the quicker we understand that, the quicker we can actually rescue ourselves from the predicament that we're in. Because we are in a big predicament. I'm just conscious of this, and I'm so desperate to make sure that we are aware. The reason I'm talking about this also will become apparent. And just wish this thing will let me. Is that it? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Just give me a minute. So that's Lady K right there, and she's been beaten up and illegally held and all of that, which is terrible. There's no way a lady should be held in the manner in which she's been held, and she's been beaten up, made to change clothes in front of men, lying on cold, hard floor in a dungeon. These are the things. That's why we're saying that these people are from Futajalon and they need to be sent back. They must be sent back. They're from Futajalon. They must be sent back because they are oppressing and suppressing us in our own land. And enough of that. We shouldn't be accepting that anymore. We are human beings. We're not any less of a human being. In fact, like I said, I'm going to just let me get this information out. Then we can wrap it up. Then I will be back later on. Okay. I'm sorry about this. It's taking some time. It looks like the system is just slowing up. But let me talk to you about it. I've talked to you about, many of you would have heard about the 13,000 year history that I found out. I was making some, I do a lot of research and things. And one of them, I stumbled upon something called Ihoeleru. Initially it was Iwoeleru, I thought it was. But anyway, found out, I went to and I started digging, and I discovered that we are perhaps the oldest race in the world, the oldest, people in the world in terms of people that have in existence and still alive today, Yorubas. They found a bone. There was a guy called Chief Obele. In 1922, he found a bone when he was going hunting for food for the family, I presume. He was going hunting, and then he discovered this body. So he laid on torch or something, or maybe they took away the body and preserved it. And then in 1965, some professor from UK came, and then they did a carbon dating on the head. When they did the carbon dating, they found it was 13,000 years old, and from what they could deduce, it was Yoruba man. And that is a story that they don't want to come out. Now, the thing is, when I saw this, and I tried to tell somebody to go there to go and cover that for us and give us an update so that people can know what's going on. Suddenly, as soon as he got there, they were told they had to go and see somebody, and they had to write a letter to go and see somebody before they can go to a website. People who are Yorubas. I mean, these are the kind of things we are talking about. I don't want to. I will bring. I may bring the person on to the show later on, at some point, but that's the reason why we have to go for Yoruba Nation, because this is information that when they know that when we have the information that this is such a sensitive information, 13,000 years of uninterrupted Yoruba Nation in existence. That is something that they will know that it's more likely people will stand up for and go, you know what? Nah, you're not doing that on my land. Not on my watch. I'm not having this. So what do? They try to suck us in and weaken us by, creating all different manners whilst killing us. And that is what we are here to address in many respects. Let me just see if I can find that information. I think it's coming soon, hopefully. If I see it now, I'll just simply play it, and then we can wrap this up. And I'll be back later on, obviously, of course. But I'm just trying to, here we go. That's it. Okay, I'm going to show you this now. So we still demand for the educated to be read. Now let's watch this. Now watch this. So here we go. Yeah, Alhaji Masika Yusuf. I'm sure, well, I mean, whoever is watching, let them watch. The Fulanis are from Futajalon, and we need to keep reminding them. That is a place called Ishano. You can see it's got a map there. And what you see in the middle is the cave entrance to the Ihoeleru. That's it. And of course, that's the skull that you see on the left there, on the right, sorry, as you're watching. To my right, as I watch, that's the skull that you see there. So what they're basically trying to do is, when we went in to try and get somebody to go there yesterday, this was happened, day before yesterday. So let's go and have a look. Let's just take some pictures. They suddenly told them, no, you need to get letter of authority to be able to approach the site, to take any pictures and to talk about it. And, they said, no. So I had to get my person to go and speak to the Oba. And the Oba said, no, you can't. But what you can do is you write to us, not to myself, write to the tourist board. It's not much of a tourist board, to be honest, because the roads are bad. There's nothing being done. This should be made a World Heritage Site. That's the hole in which they found the 13,000-year-old Yoruba skull. That's why I put 13,000 YOYS. That's why I put 13,000 YOYS. So it's very important information. It's in the Sharon. These are kind of information to inspire the minds of our children to know that they are part of a group of people that have been in existence for over 13,000 years. 13,000 years. I will keep saying this. This narrative goes against the attempts of the Fulanis to take our land. So they don't want this information out, because when people know this, they are more likely to stand up and defend it. And that is why they are taking away curriculum, because they want to control what people learn and keep them docile or easily manipulated and enslaved. And that's why we are countering that. So I want to thank you all for watching. I need to really get going and do a few other things. But before I did, I wanted to come back and talk to you. Please don't forget to subscribe to CitizenAY on YouTube. But like I said, I will come back and talk about this later on. But this is still an ongoing issue. We are looking at how we can do this. But apparently, they said we couldn't even go to the site to take pictures. Luckily, these pictures were taken some time ago, 2019, by a lady that went there and managed to come across it. And we've had to, put it on here so that we know that this is something. Ihoeleru is confirming our heritage as Yoruba people, whereby they're speaking Yoruba. They spoke it 13,000 years ago, and we are still speaking it now. They spoke the Yoruba language 13,000 years ago, and we are still speaking it now. Yes, of course, it will have some modifications, I'm sure, but essentially, it has remained the same. So, I hope you guys can relate to that. Let me see if I can. So that's very, very important. We again say that free Nnamdi Kanu now. We ask for Nnamdi Kanu to be freed. We ask that they release the Yoruba 12, and of course they should take away the attempt to arrest Oloye Sunday Igboho, and of course Baba has had to leave and is in Benin Republic. So we continue to pray that Baba recovers and gets stronger, and he will be with us all the way to the time when we get Yoruba Nation. That will be very important. And we are saying to you all that this Ihoeleru they said it should be a tourist site. No, but I think it's more than that. It has to be a World Heritage Site, because it's in there. They found a 13,000-year-old Yoruba skull. And that is important. That means that we've been there a long time, number one. We have history, and we know that place. And by the Fulanis trying to kill and take our land, they don't want us to know these things. That's why they're cutting the history that we're learning. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. You're watching CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on and do a broadcast. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Do leave comments. I do need to go and get some swim. I've done it for about an hour almost now, I think, an hour and a half. So, but please, this is very important. Ishanu, we need to make it go viral. So make Ishanu, hashtag Ishanu go viral. Hashtag Ihoeleru go viral. Hashtag 30,000-year-old Yoruba score, YOYS. That's what that stands for. So I thank you for watching. And we condole again with the family of those who have been killed. All Southerners, the killings are going on. I give you a context again. The last time when we were at the NINAS meeting, they said that this year alone, 350,000 people have been killed, 300,000 displaced, 4 million living in internal displaced camps within Nigeria. And there's no plan, no clear plan to actually halt these killings. They want to continue with it. It is up to you and I to work together, raise the level of awareness of our people, and put a stop to what is going on in our land. And not forget, most importantly, we send the Futajalon lot back to Guinea. That's what we must do. So I thank you all so much. Please do share this podcast. Take clips and show people, or if you can, make people aware that what they have in plan for us, unfortunately, is that they will be watching and take us, out. That's what they did with Olajide Sowore and others, and they are refusing to let go of Lady K, which is an injustice in itself, total injustice. She's still in jail, and with one other guy. We demand that they be released, and we'll keep working on that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. You're watching CitizenAY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you and goodbye. I'll be back later on. Thank you. Okay. Oh, sorry. 1 minute, please. Just give me a minute. We're stalling for time. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Thank you and goodbye. I'll be back later on. Okay. Okay, those of you on YouTube, thank you so much. We appreciate your support in watching us and following this. Don't forget to sign Nena's forms as well. I'll be back later on. Please sign and subscribe to CitizenAY on YouTube. We will overcome. We will definitely overcome this injustice. Yoruba Nation now, Biafra Nation now, Middle Belt Nation now. Free Nnamdi Kanu, free Lady K. Remove the demand to arrest and bring back Oloye. And we are for Yoruba Nation 1000%. Yoruba Nation now. Yoruba Nation now. Thank you and goodbye. Oh gosh.